You're watching UNICEF television. Tears of joy as a woman returns to her family after being abducted from Pibor in South Sudan's Jonglei state. Nora Wacha is a victim of recent inter-communal violence. She was abducted when her community was attacked in January, and she's come home now, more than a month later. But it's a bittersweet reunion.
My child was captured and taken. He is 2 years and 7 months old. I don't know if I will get him back.
Nora, who is 7 months pregnant, managed to escape her captors, and she fled to the county commissioner. The Ministry of Social Development and UNICEF, with support from partners, then tracked down her family and brought her to relatives in Pibor. These people are members of the Murle community, and their communities were displaced during attacks that began in late December 2011. The attacks were mounted by youth from the Lao Nuer community. It was just the latest in a series of clashes between the groups, and the conflict has killed and displaced many from both sides.
As in incidents like this, it's really the women and children who bear the brunt of it. For example, in Pibor, as the community started getting information of the raiders coming, the men fled with the cattle, their main asset, their main livelihood, while the women and children were left to fend for themselves. This meant chaos, children and women running around into the bush for safety, for protection. And as a result, we found at least 117 children who were not with their parents.
Out of these 117 children, 109 have been reunified with their families, with support from UNICEF and the Ministry of Social Development. An estimated 140,000 people have been affected by the latest violence in Pibor County. Many people, especially children, are malnourished or sick after spending weeks hiding in the bush from their attackers. UNICEF, through its partners, continues to provide support for the affected population in various areas. These include health and nutrition, water, hygiene, and sanitation. 12-year-old Khamis is from Jonglei. His school was completely destroyed when the town was attacked. He says he wants to be a doctor when he grows up.
We wouldn't have anywhere to study if this school was not here.
UNICEF is also working to bring some sense of normality back to the lives of children affected by the conflict. The organization has set up child-friendly centers.
UNICEF is trying to support the available schools here by increasing the available space for learning. A number of tents are being set up to supplement the existing classrooms here, so that the schools are able to absorb the extra number of pupils that have come, that have settled as displaced people in this area.
Joshua Konyi is the county commissioner for Pibor. He emphasizes the importance of educating the next generation to stop the cycle of violence, which revolves around cattle raiding.
When they are educated, they will be taught not to go cattle raiding, and they will interact with their neighbors from different tribes and see them as their brothers.
Stopping the practice of cattle raiding would bring security to the region, and especially to women and children who are often targeted and abducted during attacks.
It's extremely important that we engage with communities, and really the action has to be on their part. They know who the kids are in their community who have been abducted from other ones. So every time we have an incident like this, it sets back the whole process. But it doesn't mean we give up. We have to continually work with young people, with the elders, with the women, with the children, to see how we can address child abduction, which really is one of the greatest violations of children's rights in South Sudan.
This is Jared Ferry reporting for UNICEF Television. For more information, go to unicef.org. Unite for Children.